2 questions.
What?
Do you think Dad Larfer?
I kind of do.
You're the first person
Are you serious?
to have this. So this is my new drink. I've been drinking espresso martinis since.
Buddy, you're the reason we drink espresso martinis. We were on the road, and we were in Australia, and we said, what should we drink? And then Victoria said, Kevin Clancy loves espresso martinis, and he does 3 beans, health, wealth, and happiness. So we were like, okay, so we started. Pete had one. Did you have one at dinner last night? Pete has them all the fucking time.
Dude, I think espresso martinis, I think that's what killed me on our last night in Amsterdam. I remember we were at the hotel bar. I believe I was drinking espresso martinis.
Oh, it might have been the mushrooms.
I think it was the healthy dose of mushrooms.
I think the mushrooms were the day before, weren't they? This was the night of your show.
Yeah, well, you threw up on the mushrooms, but you mean like the one that put you like...
Yeah, because we were in the we were already at the hotel.
Yeah.
And I think it was on my 2nd or 3rd, and we'd been out all day. And I remember I was like, I'm going to get away from Bert before I make an ass of myself.
Too late.
Dude, so this has been... I mean, I've been drinking these forever. And the problem was always you have to go to a bar. They have to have the espresso machine. It's always a hassle to make it. And I was like, imagine if you could just have these at home. Have them whenever you want. And so we bottled it up. And you give it the right shake, put a little bit of ice in it, and when you pour it out, it's got the foam and everything. Oh, baby, it's got the foam. I made 100 of these the other day. We did it like a little commercial, and so I had to shake them all day long. And this might be like my crowning achievement is having these.
And the vodka's already in there?
Mm-hmm.
I knew that was going to get Bert
right. Nice. That looks nice.
Unfortunately, I don't have the beans right now, but as long as you either have 3 or you have none. So you're good right now. Look at that foam, dude. That's like, when you get it shaken up at a restaurant.
Oh, I just had an idea.
What do you got?
No, keep going.
That looks so nice.
Icy, frosty, frothy, foamy. Midnight Bean, the Bert Kreischer review.
Oh, he's going to kill it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Dude, that was an impressive performance right there.
That is good. God, that's good.
Brother.
That's good. You have that in the morning.
1999.
1999.
1999? Oh, I didn't realize that. That's a fucking...
So the cost of like a regular one martini at a bar, you're getting a bottle of this.
You're getting what? Like fucking 10 of them?
Buddy, hang on. Here's your pitch. Listen, right now, you just turned 21, and you don't know what your favorite drink is yet, okay? You don't know.
Say this to the camera.
Because you haven't learned. You're a kid. It's okay. I remember I thought I was a Michelob guy. I'm not. I swear to God, when I turned 21, I thought my move was Michelob with a little bit of a napkin holding it. That was my move. I've never done it since. I grew up. You're going to go through a lot of drinks, but you're going to find one drink that always works when you're with a chick. When you bring a chick home and you want to make sure the conversation goes right. And for me, that was gin and tonic. Gin and tonic, I learned how to make a great gin and tonic. And I knew girls liked the gin and tonic, lots of tonic, lots of lime, little bit of gin. And they would, but right now, you're 21 and you got a different world. You got the internet, you got TikTok. You can swipe right to fuck, swipe left to get rid of them. Midnight Bean is your drink. You buy a bottle of this. You get a shaker. You make sure your fucking fridge has ice. And when she comes home, you have 2 of these on ice in the freezer. You pull them off and go, can I make you my specialty drink? Not knowing that your specialty drink was made by Kevin. You then shake it up good. First of all, back to her as you pour it into the fucking thing. Mm-hmm. Back to her. She does not need to know that this is coming in a bottle. You shake it up, and then the froth is revealed in front of her face. Just, ooh, I hope you like this. And then you pass it to her.
2, 3 beans.
2 drinks in, and you're flicking her bean. I'm telling you.
3 beans to 1 bean.
3 beans to 1 bean. A little midnight bean for her. Dude. And I'll tell you what I would do. I'd put a splash of Porosos in there. Just kick it up a notch. Dude, that's the thing is like, as we're selling vodka, I noticed... we were doing these bar takeovers, and I love it in Orlando and Tampa, and I love it. Austin, we've done San Francisco, Vegas. You're not you're not going to tell a grown-up what to drink. A grown-up has their drinks. You're either a whiskey guy or you're not. You're either a vodka guy or not. By the way, if you're a vodka guy, you know your vodka.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who the market is. That guy right there, that 21-year-old
Yeah, you're still
who's
figuring
just
it out.
learning the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he doesn't know what to drink yet.
Yes.
And you need to tell him why to drink, what to drink. See, we've lived a whole fucking life of experiences of what to drink and why to drink it. I drank vodka. I know I've told this story, but I'm going to tell it one more time. I was sitting on a plane. I think I was leaving Philadelphia, and I was sitting next to a male model. He was gorgeous. And the flight attendant came over and said, "Can I get you a drink before takeoff?" And I said, "Can I get a Heineken?" She said, "Of course. Let me check to see if we have them in the back, but of course." She said, "Sir, can I get you a drink?" And he said, "Double Tito's and soda." He said, "Double Tito's and soda." I heard the word Tito's, and I went, "Wait, what's that?" Never heard it before. This is right before we did the weight loss challenge, me and Tommy. I said, "What's that?" And he goes, "Oh, it's vodka. It's in my contract." And I went, "What?" He goes, "I'm a male model, so I can only really drink vodka. If I'm allowed to drink, I can only drink vodka because it doesn't bloat you and you don't gain weight." And I went, "Really?" He goes, "It's actually the healthiest liquor you can drink." And I went, "Oh, ma'am, don't worry about going back. I'll take double Tito's and soda too." I went, "Tito's, huh?" And I got the two things, made in Austin. I went, "This is my drink." As a grown-up, I said, "This is my drink." And I started drinking Tito's, hardcore. And then I went to Tito's and I said, "Hey, man, I fuck with you guys. I would love to do something." And Tito's told me, "You can go fuck yourself because you already drink Tito's.
Yeah.
We don't need to do anything with you. Hey, you know what?
But what about your
What a
fans?
miss that was.
I know.
You fucking
They
short-sighted
they said,
morons.
as a matter of fact, you can stop drinking Tito's if you'd like and go to a different vodka. We absolutely
Wow.
don't care. And when I heard that, I was so butthurt. Now, that was not the individual reps in every city.
Sure.
The individual reps in every city gave me so much fucking love.
Right, but like
their
corporate, then, yeah.
their corporate was so disrespectful that when Tom and I decided to come up with the vodka, I was like, fuck them. Let's go
Going
after
after
Tito's.
Tito's.
Dude, that's crazy.
Have you heard from them like since?
No, they don't give a fuck. They're so big.
I
I used
know,
to think
but
of them as
man.
like an innovative company too, because and I don't even know if this is true, but I've heard it once that they got started by they reached out to Lollapalooza and were like, "We will give you all of the vodka you need for the festival for free. Just make sure it's
Well, I have to say, I mean, like,
Everybody
as much as that story sucks, Bert is his name, the guy that runs the company.
No way.
Yeah, Bert Tito. He's from what I've heard, he's a fucking pretty awesome dude. But
Yeah, but
it's just, it never got to him. So, like,
Yeah,
I'm saying
yeah.
right now, if you're a young influencer and you're like, "Yo, Bert, I fuck with Porosos. Hey, can I help you out?" Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And let's figure out a deal that's good for you so you don't feel like you're getting taken advantage of. Like, it's the same thing with those boxes. It's like, send it to people that give you love.
Right.
Yes.
And
yes.
also, dude, you got to teach a 21-year-old this drink. That's the person, because we're all set in our ways. And it's like I remember when we were getting into this, they were like, "Do you want to do whiskey?" And I was like, "No, whiskey. Everyone knows their whiskey.
Yeah,
your whiskey almost comes from your family. It's beer. As far as beer goes, you think you're gonna punch a Bud Light out of Shane Gillis's hand? Never. Yeah. That's his beer.
Right. Yeah.
BLs, dude. Every fucking Philly kid, and I got 19 cousins from Philly, if that. I mean, I have more than that probably. Dude, those dummies drink BLs all day. We get on the bus, Andrew go, "BL, guys, BL." But like,
this when you're at that level where it's like
I could barely taste that first one. Should we do another one? See if I can taste it.
you know what?
I feel like I didn't taste
Maybe
any
a
of it.
couple. Maybe a couple. Throw some ice in
Dude,
there.
your plane story reminded me of one where I was in college and I was so broke, whatever. And I was going to visit a friend in Nashville, and they were like, for $100 you can upgrade to first class or whatever. And it was a morning flight, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna drink $100 worth of alcohol on this flight, so I'll do it.
Yeah.
Right. So I get a first class seat, and I order. First thing I do, I was like, let me get a double Tito's or double vodka Bloody Mary. Old guy sitting next to me goes, "Well, that sounds real good. Make it 2." And they bring out 2. We both drink them. I go, "Keep them coming." And he goes, "Whatever he's doing, I'm doing." Yeah. Right? I was flying from Tallahassee, I think. So it was a short flight.
From Tallahassee to where?
To Nashville.
For real? What were you doing in Tallahassee?
I went to FSU, dog.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
So it's a quick flight, and we land, probably smashed 4 or 5 Bloody Marys. I get up, grab my bag, get off the plane. This old guy, like 80 years old, Stands up, just falls right back into his seat. I was like, don't try drinking with me, brother. Come on, man. I know you fucking fought the Nazis at D-Day, but drinking Bloody Marys with me on a flight's a different story.
All right, let's do drinking stories. I love, and I know that you're not allowed to do this in podcasting where someone tells a story and you go, I got a story like that.
No.
Everyone can suck my dick.
Dude,
Let her rip. That's what podcasting is,
not
bro.
what podcasting is. That's what hanging out with your friends is.
Don't tell that to Ari Shaffir. Just because all he has stories is about going to Jew camp. He's like, we played backgammon yeshiva. Or whatever. I'm meeting him for a cigar and a drink in an hour. So okay, 2 plane stories. Okay, 2 plane stories. I'm on a plane one time. This is my 2 favorite plane stories. I'm on a plane one time, and the guy next to me, every time he takes a sip of a drink, goes like this. He goes like this. Takes a sip, and goes. And I started. It was making me giggle, so I started doing it. Buddy, for like 5 years, every time I took a drink, I did the same goddamn thing. And I wondered if it was like when a song gets stuck in your head, someone whistles it walking by you, and then you can't help but do it. So I was like, fuck. All right, my favorite plane drinking story. So I'm on a plane from New York to Tampa. This is when I was probably 25 years old, maybe 26. And I'm sitting next to a guy who I don't really know, but he's sitting in the middle seat. I'm in the far left seat. And we're probably halfway through the flight, maybe even beginning of the flight, and the flight attendant comes up and says, can I help you? I ring the bell, and I go to order a drink. She cuts me off, and I go, okay. And she goes, I think we're going to wait for a second. Okay. Is that okay? And I went, yeah, sure. Yeah. I didn't know what it was, and then I realized I got cut off, and the guy looks at me and he goes, hey, you're talking entirely too much. I said, what? And he goes, you're talking. You stop talking. All you do is this, one more. and he goes, you have noise reduction headsets on, you're yelling, you sound drunk, you're telling, what kind of beers you, just don't ask any questions.
Point.
Tap. And he goes, when she comes back, I'm going to order us both a drink. But in the meantime, let's take half a pill. Goes in, he cracks a pill in half, gives it to me. I said, what is it? And he goes, don't worry, I'm a doctor. I said, really? He goes, yeah, I'm a doctor. I mean, I know I make stories unbelievable sometimes, but I almost swear to God he had a medicine bag with him. Like, in my memory of the story, he had like a medicine bag.
He had a St. Bernard thing around his neck.
So we take half a pill, and he goes, let's give it a second. And when she comes back, we'll give her a minute. I'm going to order us 2 drinks. I said, okay. So we make a solid 30 minutes, maybe 45, and it kicks in. I feel it. I go, 1 beer would make this perfect. And I say that to him, and he goes, and we're about over Jacksonville right now. I'm only saying that based on what happens in this story. We're almost done with our flight, and I'm like, 1 more beer for landing, right? And he was like, yeah. She comes over, and he rings the bell, and he looks at her, and he goes, 2? And she goes, oh, yeah. She comes back with 2 of his drinks, whatever, 2 beers, puts them down. And I was like, fucking nice. Since that day, I speak very little on a plane. I never speak. It's always, thank you. Because they can't tell that you're drunk.
Yeah.
Now, we get our beers, and the captain gets on this thing, and he goes, ladies and gentlemen, we have a medical emergency. Do we have a doctor on the plane? Without thinking, I ring the bell. Ding. And he goes, what the fuck are you doing? I said, we're doctors. And he goes, no, I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor. And he goes, and I'm very fucked up. I cannot be taking care of someone right now. And the pilot comes back. He goes, sir, are you a doctor? I go, we are. And he goes, what? And I go, he is, but I'm with him. And the guy goes, the doctor goes, hey man, we have a medical emergency up front. Can you come look at it? And he's like, this guy's like, he's like, yeah, hold on. Gives me his beer. He goes up, he comes back and goes, we're making an emergency landing right now. And I was like, what? And he goes, dude, shit's fucked up. There's a baby with like 107 temperature up there. We have to get that baby into a fucking hospital right now. We called ahead. They got like a fucking, they called ahead. They had an ambulance waiting for us on the tarmac.
Whoa.
The pilot said, ladies and gentlemen, what you're going to feel is an aggressive landing. I want you to know that this is well within the capability of this plane, but you will feel like we're getting into a plane crash.
Yeah,
it will feel like we're going down, but we are above Orlando right now, and we have emergency clearance. So everyone buckle your seats and hold on. We dove into Orlando, and we stopped within 10 feet of where we landed. And a fucking ambulance was on. They got that kid wrapped up in ice or whatever, took him off the fucking plane, and then he goes, all right, we're taking off back to Tampa. Doctor looks at me and goes, you want another beer?
I was gonna say, two more.
Dude, I was so fucked up on that fucking plane. Oh, man.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
Dude, before we let you go, I texted you after Lucky came out, and I was like, I gotta tell you about the story about when I put down my dog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is great.
Dude, so this is probably like 2 years ago, right? And I was home. It was like a dog that my parents had. And I don't know if my dad wasn't around or whatever, but like it kind of fell on me. Like it was like my first time in my life where like I kind of had to be the man of the house. Where it was like I'm going with my mom and my little sister. Like I'll handle stuff, blah, 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 blah. It was a Sunday afternoon. So we get to the clinic or whatever. And first thing I'm filling out like just the forms. But I don't know if you had to do it with your experience is pretty different where they came to you. But it was like, how do you want your dog to be disposed of? Say, right? And so it's like, do you want to take the dog home? Do you want to you can take it, we can take it, or we can cremate it, or we can cremate it with a group of other dogs. And I was like, well, okay.
The group cremation.
I was like,
crazy.
First start, I don't want to holocaust my dog.
It's his last play date.
But I was like, you just throw it and light it on fire. Like that's just straight up the Holocaust. That's the Holocaust. Like so, no. I was like, we'll do an individual. Like just burn them.
I'll splurge.
Burn her like how she is.
Burn her by herself. And you know they're like, sure.
Yeah.
We're not going to put them all in a fucking orgy and just cut the time in half. Dude, I'm hungover.
Yeah, I got 5 dogs here. You think I'm doing 5 separate times? Yeah, sure thing.
I'm going to turn this on 5 times as opposed to 1 time in 5 piles. Little pile for the poodle, little pile for the Shih Tzu.
It was the craziest thing I'd ever seen, right? And then we get into the operating room, whatever the hell you want to call it, the observing room, whatever. And they come in, they're like, we're going to put this catheter in her because they tend to pee when they get put down, all this stuff. My sister now, she loses it. She can't be in the room anymore, so she runs out. And my mom is like, I'm going to go take care of her. And I was like, okay, like I'll stay with this dog, who I loved very much, but it was a dog they got when I was like 22. Like I didn't really it wasn't my childhood dog. And so I was like, okay, I'll stay with Maddie. And they come in and they're like, we're going to give you a little more time with Maddie. So just here's a buzzer. Ring it when you're ready. And I was like, dude, I'm at the fucking hospital. I'm ready, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't.
You're like,
right? Like, I've been laying on the floor with this fucking dog trying to get my courage up to come kill her for all morning. Like, I've been here. Just fucking kill her and, like, stop. Right? And so they go, I'm just sitting in the room. I'm like, I don't know. What's the amount of time I'm supposed to wait? Like, I'm ready. How long am I supposed to be sitting in here with this dog that I'm about to fucking kill? Like I'm the one.
You are disposing of her. Like you're the executioner.
I'm giving like, yep, kill her. And so they come in, and I think you mentioned it in the special where they get very happy. So she got really happy.
Every dog before you kill it is like, you know what? I'm feeling better.
Yeah.
Dude, Mona was blind and deaf. She had liver failure. Our littlest dog. We had to put her down recently, and this dog, I said in the special, this is the kind of dog you should have killed 5 years ago.
Right.
Like it just sits there blind. And the last day, Mona starts wagging her tail and jumping and playing, and you're like, you're getting killed in like 3 hours.
Dude, that happened with our first dog, which was my childhood dog, with Maisie, where my mom took her to the ER, and they were like, it's Friday. It was like Friday night, Friday evening, whatever. They're like, it's Friday. Give her the weekend, but bring her on Monday. She's got to go. So my mom took her home. She started jumping all over the place all weekend. Come Monday comes, my mom's like, I'm not killing her. She's fucking great.
Yeah.
She lived 3 more years.
Are you serious?
She lived 3
Are
more
you
fucking
serious?
years, dude. My mom was like, "What the fuck? You told me to come kill her on Monday." She's been like kicking around. She ended up living like 17 or
that's
something.
That's like another like 20% of life right there.
Dude, they just diagnosed Mac. Mac and Izzy both have cancer. My two bull mastiffs now.
Yeah.
They diagnosed
Oh, man.
Mac like what was it, like a month ago, Pete? 2 weeks ago, they diagnosed Mac, and they were like, "Yo, he's got 3 months to live." And I was like, I just got this. I just putting the special out, and I'm like, motherfucker. And that night, I lay with Mac. Mac's 160 pounds, so he's a big dog. So if he wants you, he gets you. And I said, you get me today. And I got on the couch with him, and he laid on top of me. His back, he's drooling, and his fucking head smells horrible. But I'm rubbing it, and I'm kissing him. I'm like, buddy, I love you so much. I'm so bummed. We're gonna do this every single night. Every night, you got me, I got you. And the next day, they're like, oh, we were wrong. He's got 18 months. I was like, get off the fucking couch. Get off the fucking couch. You smell like shit. What the fuck is wrong with this goddamn dog?
We'll do this fucking Christmas time.
Christmas time, we're going to really pay this, but not now, Mac. I mean, Mac shakes his head, and saliva goes on the counter.
God.
But like,
Beethoven
but
shit.
and then Izzy got cancer, and Izzy's, I don't know. I mean, I'll find out from Leanne. I can call her right now and find out if we heard from the oncologist. But Izzy's could be really bad or okay. But like Izzy's feels great, so like we think it's gonna be okay. But like if I lose both my dogs in a year, I'm gonna be fucking wrecked.
Yeah, that's
I can't
tough.
just have my wife. Wait, did I cut your story off?
No. Well, so she gets excited, and we had brought her favorite blanket, and she was on it, and she got excited, and so she started jumping, and the catheter fell out, so she started peeing everywhere. But like the shot that gets her excited is the one that like relieves pain or whatever. So the next one's coming, right? Like the next bullet's right there. So she gets excited and starts pissing everywhere, and then they're already injected the second one, so she just drops dead. And very sad. And the doctor's like, okay, hands me like it's like a Staples easy button. Hands me the easy button back, and he's like, we're gonna give you a minute again. Just hit this button whenever you're ready. And I was sitting on the floor with her, and I'm like, how long do I sit here covered in piss with a dead dog on my lap? How long am I supposed to sit here until I hit it was the doctor gonna think I'm heartless? I'm like, no, get it the fuck out. Like this isn't, I'm not like that. I'm not a sentimental guy really. So like, I was like, I don't know. Like I've already been through all of it. I've done the depression, the anger, the bargaining. I've done it all. Now I would like to not have dog piss on me and not have a dead dog in my lap. Like it was fucking insane. So then I leave, and my sister's a fucking mess in the car, and she's like, "Where's the blanket?" And I was like, she's like, "I told you to get one thing. I told you to bring her blanket back." And I was like, I can't tell her that it was a messy fucking murder.
Covered in piss.
And it's covered in piss.
Shit, blood, and cum was on my hands.
So I had to go back in there, and they were like, it's still in there. So I'm folding up this piss-soaked blanket. And I was like, being the man of the house is the fucking worst, dude. I don't want to do any of this shit.
I've heard the best putting. I mean, I wonder if it's the reason I put this in the special, but like the best putting your down dog stories that I've ever heard. The best one ever is Dave Stroop. Dave Stroop owns the Columbus Funny Bone. Dave Stroop's best friend in college gets married. Can't have he's got a Rottweiler that he can't have in his apartment. Now the Rottweiler is a little bitey, okay? So he gets the Rottweiler, and he loves this Rottweiler. He lived with this Rottweiler in college. It's his Rottweiler, and the Rottweiler is great with his kids, but it bites a neighborhood kid. The day of his son's birthday, it bites a neighborhood kid, and they go, we got to put it down. The government's going to put it down. We also have to test it for rabies. And Dave goes, okay. So Dave goes in with this dog, takes it in. It's his son's birthday. His wife says, Dave, put down the dog and then pick up the cake for the birthday party. Okay? And he's like, I'm going to be late for the birthday party.
Put down the dog and
he
pick up the
goes,
cake.
it's going to be fine. So he goes, all right. So he picks up the dog, takes the dog to the vet, sits with the dog, cries, processes. They put the dog down. Dave leaves, and as he gets in the car, he's like, all right, I'm going to pick up the cake. tells the cake people, I'm on my way. You have the cake ready, of course. He's backing up, and they come out and go, whoa, 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 whoa. You forgot the head. And he was like, huh? He goes, we got the dog's head right here. You got to keep the dog's head in a freezer for like a week because we're testing it for rabies. He's like, I have to take a dog's head home. It's his dog's fucking head in a fucking plastic bag. So he's like, fuck. So he throws it in the back of his car, goes over, picks up the cake, throws it in the back of his car, pulls up to his son's birthday party.
No.
Mom's like, the cake's here. The kids go running to the back of the car. Dave's like, no
way, dude.
They see the dog's head in the bag.
Why did they give it to him?
Happy birthday. Dude, I don't know. You got to keep a dog's head, I guess.
Yeah, you know how it
Dude,
goes.
the best, I've heard some of the best putting a dog down that I've, it makes me feel like, and I think that's part of the reason I put it in the special is like, I think everyone's been there.
Yeah,
You know,
it's kind of like a trauma bond communal thing that
Dogs
everybody's
are
gone through.
so fucking badass. Can I tell you, okay, if you could take one quality from a dog other than licking your own balls, what would it be? Can I tell you? Falling asleep.
Like that.
Dogs fall asleep and then wake up in a panic and then they're normal. Can you imagine waking up like, what the fuck? Oh, no,
we're good.
Yeah.
Honest to God, that's kind of how I wake up. That is, I mean, I did it this morning.
That is how he operates. No,
I'm like, what? All right.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, I got you.
I got you. All right. We're good.
I knew a guy who it was a cat, it wasn't a dog, but they had some sort of problems with the cat, rabies or biting, clawing, whatever it was, and they had like a family friend who was just like a seedy guy who, you know, he's a guy who takes care of things, you know.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'll take care of this cat for you. He got on his boat, drove out into the middle of the ocean, tied a brick on it, and threw it in the water.
Dude, can I tell you? So hang on. So listen, I love my dad, okay? My dad and I are very different men. So if you know my dad and you know me and you're hearing these stories, believe my dad before you believe me. My dad always says he's got an active imagination. Our childhood dog bit my sister Cotty in the face. And to this day, I think my dad killed that dog with a baseball bat. To this day. Let me tell you, there's two reasons. Number one, and I'll give you three reasons. Number one,
There was a bloody baseball bat.
number one, he was hosing down our back patio. When I woke up, he was hosing down the back patio. That's number one, okay? Number one. Number two, and you know, look, I was a kid. I was maybe like, I must have been older. I was like 17. If I'm not mistaken, they brought the dog into, they said the dog went to the farm, but the person that was taking it to the farm, they brought the dog in a basket. And number three, my dad had a huge bite mark on his fucking hand.
No.
From this fucking dog. Now, let me say, as a father, my dad didn't love the dog a ton.
Yeah.
He would once again, if you're listening to this and you know my dad and you know me, listen to my dad. My dad's the truth. I'm Bert, okay? My dad would pretend, like, as we'd pull up in the house, he'd try to catch the dog with the garage door. He's like, I'm going to get him this time. One time he did, and he broke his back.
What?
Hold on, I got to check that with my
I got to check.
sister.
Bro, have you told that on stage?
No.
That's unbelievable.
I'm certain-
To this day, I'm certain he killed that dog with a baseball bat.
I am certain. I hope my sister Cotty answers.
It's so fucking funny.
That sounds like the.
My sister Cotty was watching this dog sleep.
Yes.
Hey, two questions.
What?
Do you think Dad killed Arthur?
I kind of do.
Wait, how did he do it? How did he do it?
Wait, hold on. How do you think he did it?
I think it was kind of like, what was that movie where the chick fell down the stairs? I think it was kind of like that.
She threw him down the stairs.
Okay, hold on.
I don't think he meant to, but I think there was some stair action. Maybe.
Wait, last question. Did Dad break Arthur's back with the garage door?
Yes.
Hold on. Hang on, we're on a podcast, so if you need this taken out. No.
Right.
No,
it's fine.
Yeah. I swear to God, I remember that so vividly. And I was like, I think Dad killed Arthur.
Yeah, no kidding. I ask him almost every Christmas.
Do you think there's a chance he did it with a baseball bat?
I don't think. No, I don't think that was involved. I think it was like involuntary manslaughter.
He said, who was the lady that came to pick Arthur up to go to the farm?
Oh, his secretary. You know, I found out because I asked him most recently. I asked him if he actually did, and he goes, no. And I go, how come Jan, or whatever her name was, never took home his stuff under her desk? He was like, well, that's because Arthur ended up biting another person on her farm, and they sent him away again.
Arthur, hang on. Arthur, just to put in perspective, was a Jack Russell Terrier who, Cotty, tell me if I'm wrong, was a wild animal.
Yeah, he was, for sure.
Like
we didn't feed him. He ate snakes and birds.
So Arthur was this wild animal my dad got, and he lived on our lake, but he just ate snakes. He caught rats. I remember one time they were building the Arnold's house. Do you remember this? And there were rats, and they shoved Arthur's head in and held his back legs, and he came out with rats all in his mouth, and he was just eating them.
Oh. And then we're like, that's so weird. I wonder how he got heartworms.
Unbelievable.
Cotty was, how old were you when you got bit by Arthur?
First grade.
First grade, and she was sleeping, Arthur was sleeping in my room. The dog was never allowed in our house, but he got heartworms, and so they let him sleep in the house. And Cotty was in first grade, and she was staring at him, watching him sleep. And then he...
No, I wasn't. Not like a creep. He was having a nightmare, and I cradled him, and I don't think anyone ever cradled him in his life. And that's when he bit through my upper lip and cheek.
It was rough. It was like a face bite. It was like
I'll
a real...
never forget what Dad said.
What did he say?
He came up with blood on his hands. I think Arthur bit him.
I think Arthur...
And
I told him.
Yeah.
He said... No one go downstairs. Gigi, where's the hose?
Oh my
God.
He killed that dog, dude.
He killed it? I think it was a baseball bat.
No one
go downstairs.
Dude, the evidence is pretty damning.
Holy shit.
And once again, remember, if you know my dad, believe my dad's story, not us.
I don't know. I don't think he's going to
storytellers.
cop to this one.
God damn it. That was crazy.
All right.
All right, you at work?
Yeah.
All right, I love you. I'll talk to you later.
Love you too. Bye.
Dude, she said we didn't feed him. You just ate rats and snakes.
He ate rats. He caught a rattlesnake one time. Dude, that dog was wild.
Gangster.
So like, and there would be times where our neighbors would be like, from across the day, be like, hey, get over here and get your fucking dog. And our dogs would be chasing their chickens. Like, it was just this wild dog. And he would get in the lake and he would just take off swimming, chasing something. And he'd chase a gator. Like, this dog was crazy, man.
That sounds awesome. I wish you didn't have to get fucking
It was a
beat to death with
wild
a bat.
animal that we welcomed into our house. And the first night he was in our house, he bit my sister. How fucking...
Legendary.
That's my sister. Hey, hang on. You there?
Wait, Nicole had a really good point. I'm sitting with her. Arthur bit me, and he ate snakes and rats. And he probably had rabies.
Yeah.
And no one took
They
me
didn't
to
check
a
you.
doctor. I went to a plastic surgeon. What the fuck? You're anxious for a reason? Because that dog bit you. She's like, did you check him for rabies? I was like, I don't think so. She's like, wait, he ate rats and snakes?
The next day after you were bit, me and you went to Scott O'Brien's house. Do you remember this?
I went to the plastic surgeon. I know that.
And then me and you went to Scott O'Brien's house, and his dog came up and sat on your lap.
Ugh.
And you were like, and you were scared. And Obi was like, no, I think he can tell what happened to you. And he like nuzzled with you. And then we got Thelma.
Ugh, that old bitch.
Thelma was the fucking... Thelma would get hair wrapped around one tooth. Do you remember that, Cots?
Yeah, she was fucking disgusting. She had so many lumps on her. Ugh.
The
God.
lumps
Okay.
are terrible.
You remember when I ripped her tooth out of her mouth Christmas morning?
Yeah, of course. I remember all these live rent-free in my brain, all these moments. The hose, the teeth, like everything.
God damn it. Do you remember when Thelma pissed on Alex's shirt?
My jacket. for my jacket.
Oh, wait. Can I tell you a great story? Hold on. I'm going to kill my drink. So, I am probably 23, 24, maybe. Cotty is 14.
No, Bert, 4th grade.
Okay, Cotty's in 4th grade. I'm whatever age I am. I definitely am drinking at the time. My parents are mom and dad out of town?
Mom and dad were out of town. They left you to watch me.
So
No, actually, I was like in 6th grade. They left you to watch me, so I had to like wake you up to take me to school.
So she wakes me
Pack
up.
my own shit.
I'm on the downstairs couch. Cotty's in 6th grade, and she goes, "Hey, you got to take me to school." And she goes, "Did you piss on yourself?" I said, "What?" She goes, "You smell like piss." And I go, "I don't think so." She goes, "Were you drinking last night?" And I go, "Yeah." She goes, "You pissed on yourself." I go, "No, I don't think I did." She leans over, smells my chest. She goes, "You pissed on yourself." And I go, "Why? We don't have time." She goes, "I don't have time for this. I need to go to school." She's in 6th grade. So we get into my car, and as we get in my car, she goes, "Oh my God, maybe a cat pissed in your car." And I said, "What do you mean?" She goes, "I smell it really aggressively."
Every time I bent forward, I could smell it. And you could too.
She leaned forward and she smelled me. She goes, "There's piss in this fucking car. Did you piss in your car last night?" We drive her to school, and as we get out, I give her a hug goodbye or a kiss goodbye, and she goes, "You pissed on yourself. It's horrible. You need to fucking go home and take a shower." She's in 6th grade. I am 22 years old, okay? So she gets out of the car, and I don't smell it. And then I think, oh shit, did I piss on my sister? Did I wake up drunk, think I was going to the bathroom, find my sister, and piss on my sister while she slept? Oh fuck, I'm in a spiral. I get home, and it's the principal of the school calling our house.
No.
And she goes, "Hello? Are Mr. or Mrs. Kreischer there?" And I said, "No, this is Bert, her brother." And she goes, "Okay. I have Mary Catherine in my office." And she said, "Don't worry about it. Thelma pissed on her?" And I went, "Oh, thank God." And I hung up. And this woman goes, "Who the fuck is Thelma?" Thelma had pissed on Cotty's jacket. And the kid behind her goes, "Hey, why did you highlight your jacket with highlighter?" But remember that girl I dated, Alex? She got in the car, and Thelma used to piss on all her shit. Cotty goes, "Hey, I think Thelma pissed on your shirt." Cotty, you must have been like, what, 10 years old?
Thelma pissed on all of us.
And she goes, "Oh, no, it's Diet Coke." And Cotty goes, "Is Diet Coke on your shoulder?" She goes, "Yeah, I must have spilled Diet Coke." Cotty goes, "How do you drink Diet Coke? Do you drink it like this?" She goes, "No, it's piss on your shoulder." And she goes, "No, I don't think so." And Cotty smells it. She goes, "No, there's piss on your shoulder." My parents would just let the dogs shit and piss all over the fucking house.
That's crazy. I guess if you're eating snakes and rats. Then...
Yeah. All right, I love you. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Hey. Fuck.
What were you gonna say?
My daughter's coming home Wednesday night. I was going to try to get us all together. By the way, the end of this episode was funner than the beginning. The beginning was
I
fucking
think we have like two episodes now. We got to run it like two separately, man.
that is a realization. But back then, that's how you put dogs down. I mean, Old Yellow, you shot him in the back of the fucking head.
Right. I'm not spending like a couple $100s to burn this dog or whatever it was back then. Just fucking.
When Priscilla had her first knee surgery, it was $5,000, and by the way, she had 5.
5 knee surgeries?
We ended up spending $52,000 on this dog because we didn't get a new kitchen because of it. Like, we couldn't afford it, but they kept doubling up. And next thing you know, it's like fucking another one. Once you're like 10 grand in, you're like, well, I'm not going to bail out. It's one more. And then it's another one.
Yeah. You're pot committed to this dog.
And her dad, real serious at our house, goes, "Well, hang on. You got a gun here, right?" I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, let me take care of that dog." He was just going to shoot it in the back of the head. He's like, "That's what you did with dogs."
It's better than a baseball bat, I think.
Or the stairs.
The stairs is crazy. Like how do you throw a dog down the stairs?
I think if you're killing a dog via stairs, it takes a couple tries.
Yeah, that's not working.
You don't throw it in, walk it back up, and throw it down again. I'll tell you right now.
The dog knows how to fall downstairs.
I'll tell you right now. It's hard for me to say because when Mona was a baby, when we first got Mona, she bit Isla, and in hindsight, she bit Isla a lot, and I think Isla deserved it. Isla was a lot with dogs.
Yeah.
But the first time she bit Isla, I was like, "That's it for this dog. It's fucking gone.
Yeah.
No one hurts my kid."
Right.
if one of my big dogs bit my kid, I'd lose my fucking shit.
Yeah.
It would rip her face off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a lot of space for someone hurting my children.
No, we've talked about the dog culture. I love dogs as much as the next guy, but it's got a little crazy.
I remember I kicked a three-legged dog one time. Not to kick it, but like it was coming at Isla and you could tell it was coming after. It was barking and can attack her. And it had 3 legs, so I just kind of like nudged it with my foot and it rolled over and got stuck upside down. And the woman lost her shit. And I was like, yo, rule is it's people then dogs.
Yes.
It's not,
Right.
But there's a lot of people out there who don't subscribe to that, which is fucking crazy.
It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, you see the videos of the girl that got her nose bit off by a dog? Yeah. My buddy, I know one of my Leanne's really good friends got bit by an Akita. By a pit bull. By the way, Leanne's redneck friends are redneck. The dog gets in a dog fight. The lady shoves her finger up the dog's ass.
that's how you
Dog
get
bit
rid
her
of-
face. Dog guy's got to be put down.
Yeah,
you can't have a dog that bites people.
Yeah.
Not their
Listen, I got
faces.
260-pound dogs. They don't. You can suck their teeth and you'll be fine. God damn it! I miss my dogs. Do you think Leanne will let me get another big dog?
Yes.
I do think so.
I think she's gonna want one too. You guys are empty nesters. You got all the money. You got all the space. She's gonna miss them too. I think you're getting another one.
I gotta get another big dog. It's a big boy, dude. When you have a big dog, and I said it in the special, and I'm not fucking around. And I want to thank everyone for reaching out and sharing messages that your dick gets hard too. Sometimes when you cuddle with a big dog, your dick gets hard. You can't help it. It just gets hard. You're like, yo, this is almost a person.
I don't even care what sex.
warm body.
It's
A
close
warm
enough
body.
to being a person.
When that face nuzzles your jaw and just starts, oh, come on, man. You're like, fuck it, it's hard. That's a true story, and Leanne did not want that in the special. She's like, you're going to sound creepy. But, man, if I cuddled too hard with that dog, my dick would get hard, and I couldn't help it. I miss you, Pris.
And on that note,
This has been a great
you're the best, man.
Thank you, guys. I love you to death.
You're always the
Let's
best,
do
man.
Amsterdam.
Thank you so much.
You're coming on the road with me. You might as well come out, too. We got room in the bus.
Do you want me to call Francis?
Call Francis right now.
I was gonna say,
He's not a phone guy, so I'll be surprised if he
He's
answers.
not a phone guy.
No, he
He
never.
seems prim and proper, like he still drinks tea.
Yeah.
oh
yeah.
yeah. You call him?
I will call him. Yeah.
I slept wrong on my back, and it feels like my liver hurts. Or my liver
Or
hurts.
your liver hurts because you've been drinking for 50 years straight.
32.
32. When did you start drinking?
22.
No, you didn't drink in high school and shit.
No, never.
We were talking about this the other day.
Never.
I was at bars at like 15
No, I never drank.
because of
At
like
22, I got
you were
cheated
just
on.
like didn't want to break the rules or
No, I didn't like alcohol.
what switched?
I liked it. Turns out I was wrong.
Wait, so you had not tried it yet?
No, I tried it, but I didn't like the idea of getting
Well, you were
hungover.
having Michelobes and
I
napkins.
didn't like the idea of being hungover. I thought that was really scary to me.
Francis, please leave a message or
Answer your phone, asshole.
You want me to voice me? Want the voicemail?
Yeah.
Francis, it's Bert Kreischer. Listen, I have an offer, a firm offer. November 13th, Hartford, Connecticut. November 14th, Baltimore, Missouri, Maryland. November 15th, Hershey, Pennsylvania. November 16th, Richmond, Virginia. On the Permission to Party World Tour. Me, you, and Feitelberg. Say you're in. Call me back.
You are the man.
Dude, you
I love
are
you
the
guys.
fucking best.
I love
man.
you guys.
I love you so much, man. Thank you so much.
Fuck yeah.
Pabs, can you say Jackpocket?
Yes, sir.
Jackpocket is America's number one.
Wait, what do I do? How do I do it?
I go, Jackpocket is America's number one lottery app. Then you say it. Jackpocket is America's number one lottery app.
Jackpocket.
There we go. Hey, right now, if you go on Jackpocket, let me pull up what we got. There's the Mega Millions. There's the Powerball. And then they have the state games like Pick 3, Pick 4. Right now, Powerball's up to 30 million and Mega Millions is up to 43. Take 5 is $50,000. Win 4 a day for $5,000. Numbers Day is a quick $500. The New York Lotto is $6 million. Cash for Life is my favorite, $1,000 per day. All of these things are available on Jackpocket on the app with just a quick couple clicks. So I'm going to go to Powerball. I'm going to go order now. I'm going to do $2. I'm going to do place order, confirm, Face ID, and that's it. I already got my ticket to Powerball. In certain states, you can do scratch-off tickets where, you can do a little scratchy on your iPhone screen and get your winnings immediately. So it's great. It's all your lottery available right on your phone. You can get it whenever you want, wherever you want, right on your phone at home. New customers will get a free ticket for free with promo code KFC. That's code KFC for your first lottery ticket on Jackpocket. Download the app today. It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. We're back. Today's episode is going to be part 2 of Bert Kreischer because we went for like 3 hours with him the other day. This, I think, is entirely focused on dead dogs, and it is.
It's all dead dogs.
It's all dead dogs, and it is so goddamn funny. And for the dog people out there, it's not. You'll still enjoy it. Don't be weird about it. It is so goddamn funny. Bert telling stories of his old family dog, calling up his sister, the conspiracy theories they have. It was just unbelievable. So we saved that for today's episode. So we got Bert, but first we're gonna just chop it up like we usually do at the beginning.
Well, we should start with why we saved the half of Bert.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah, right. Well, so it's like a soft launch. It's like because technically, okay. So tomorrow, I guess we got to do it. Yeah. Right. Okay. Big moment in my career here. Do we have a bottle actually? Should be.
Yes,
right?
actually, I know what that.
So after legitimately like 15 years of drinking espresso martinis, I finally made one. And the 3 Bean Gang has been asking for this for a long time, and we finally did it. So here it is. Here is the official unveiling of Midnight Bean, which
I'm obsessed
technically
with the bottle.
it came out so good, right? It's got this little like Great Gatsby vibe to it with this
Very
awesome the logo.
Oh, wait, did you get that?
What?
The Gatsby toast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This little logo, this little owl is fucking awesome. And so the official release was supposed to be Friday. I don't know why I didn't think about dropping it on a podcast day. But it actually came out on April Fool's Day. And they were like, we can't announce it because people might think it's a joke. And I was like,
What the fuck is that?
So I was like, let's give it a couple days, and then I'll announce it for the weekend, and everyone can start buying it. And then I was like, wait a minute, we have episodes on Thursday. So this is my little soft launch. And then tomorrow on social media will be the big unveiling. But if you are a KFC Radio viewer or listener, you get the first taste of it. So I had Bert Kreischer in, and I was like, I gotta serve him my alcohol. I can't miss this opportunity. And he ends up cutting a promo for Midnight Bean. That's better than we spent a whole day shooting commercials and content. And what Bert did in 90 seconds for this brand was.
Dude,
1,000 times
one
better.
touch to the drink and then spoke to the hearts of frat boys.
Looked right into the camera. Yep.
That'll be a better advertisement, I think.
But this is I'm proud of this one because there's 2 things I will go to my grave saying as ahead of the curve on. Subtitles on television and espresso martinis, man. I mean, this back when now it's the hottest drink in the streets, almost to the point that it's getting cliche. But back in 2009, 10, Caitlin was the one who introduced them to me, and it was back when you couldn't find a place that made them. Bartenders didn't know what they were. They hated making them. They were very rare, and now they're everywhere. And we've been doing the 3 Bean Gang on social media for a long time, so it's actually, I know that influencers and internet people creating alcohols is, also cliche, but this one I feel like I've done the right way. It was like 15 years of just organic brand building. Yeah. I never intended on making one. I was just like, this is my favorite cocktail, and I had the story with the beans, and people send me pictures, and we had the hashtag, and I just always reposted it, and then this opportunity kind of fell into my lap, and so like the stars all kind of aligned on, the marketing has already been done, the drink is popular, and now I'm hoping that it just rips to the goddamn moon. It's called Midnight Bean. I like the name. Obviously, it was not the first choice. We wanted it to be a 3 Bean martini. And when this all started, it was supposed to be. I don't know what happened, but Erica was here at the time. She was the one who kind of made this connection with the liquor company, Sazerac. And she was like, we got the trademark for 3 Bean. And I was like, unbelievable. And then when it came time to do it, we didn't have the trademark. And this brewery owned it, and they were not willing to give it up and not willing to work with us. And so we had to come up with a different name. And I don't know, just Midnight Bean kind of threw it all together. It all makes sense. I like the name. I love the way it looks. And the most important part is it's fire. It's like a real espresso martini.
You have actually tried it yet?
Do we have ice in here?
Well, no, man.
Go grab some ice in a cup because I want to shake it up too. This is without a doubt the best pre-packaged espresso martini you can get. I know there's a couple others in cans and ready to drinks. I would not have done this if I didn't know and believe that it was the real deal, because I am such an espresso martini purist and connoisseur, and I shouldn't say purist because I like them in different ways. I like them creamy. I can do just straight black. I can do all the different ways. But there's a level of quality that I need it to have, and more importantly, there's a consistency that needs to be there, and you got to have the frothy, foamy top.
Yes.
And if you don't have that, it just loses a lot of its appeal. You got to have the 3 beans sitting on top of the frothy foam, and that's the one thing that bartenders are. They the mixologists out there can make that happen. When you pop a can, you don't really get that, and so I linked up with these guys who had like literal chemists working on this. And the beautiful thing about this is you can see it here on the label. It just says shake, pour, foam. And so if you get, I have a couple videos coming out. I'm going to show you how to shake it because you actually have to do it right. I thought the first couple times I shook it up, I was like, oh, this isn't really foaming the right way. And they're like, you're just not doing it enough and doing it the right way. And so if you shake it up right, you pour it out, and you have yourself a real espresso martini that you don't have to go out anymore to get an espresso martini. That is revolutionary.
What I would have given for that technology in 2010, 2009, whenever exactly it was. Dude, the story I've told before of when I was like, went home with like an old woman and was like looking on her fridge to see if like she had kids' drawings.
Yep.
And then ended up wetting the bed. Only reason I was at that bar was because it was like the only bar in Newport that served espresso martinis. We called them rocket launchers at the time.
Rocket fuel.
And we were like, we got to get rocket launchers. So we went to like an old person's bar, like a classy bar, because it was right on Thames Street, right on the end. I lived no one's gonna know where it is, but it's past O'Brien's, like going back down towards the fucking gas station. So it's like this quiet little bar, and we would go there just because they served espresso martinis. And
you end up peeing in an old lady's bed.
If we could have done them back at the apartment, I fucking wouldn't have wet an old lady's bed that night.
If I get in the time machine and go back, I'd bring you a bottle of Midnight Bean. I mean, that was always the thing, is like going out to get one, and you have to go to a fancy place, and it's expensive. And now, and I've tried to make them at home. I at one point bought an espresso machine, and mixing all these things up, and it just never really hit right. And now this one does. So we'll do a little tutorial here. You got to throw about 2 to 3 cubes in there. You don't need a lot. It's really just to kind of chill it up, and I think the water helps like cut it. And then the key is only pour what you're gonna drink. Like if you shook up like the whole bottle, the foam wouldn't really foam up enough because there's too much liquid in there. Yeah, get a glass for me so you can see it. And then you got to give it a good shake. Like, you got to really...
You got to be a bartender.
Huh?
You got to be a bartender.
You got to really do it. When we were shooting the commercial, I mean, I probably shook up 10 of these.
Yeah.
And I was like, God damn, my arms are tired. I can't imagine doing like a 10-hour shift. And I can understand why. But this is all martinis. When people are like, oh, people hate espresso martinis. I would hate making regular martinis.
Yeah.
As long as I got to shake them, this shit sucks.
And the martini, by the way, I think it was in the New York Times recently... back in a big way.
Just the martini
in general.
Yeah.
But I think they said it's the official drink in New York again. That it hadn't been for a while, and New York is back to.
It's whatever 25-year-old girls decide.
Yeah. It really is. It really is. And that is the thing. Like, I mean, I was introduced to this by a woman, started drinking them, and I was like, this is fire. And I think the world has pretty much accepted that at this point. You know what I mean? But if you have not gotten on the espresso martini train in general, you need to do it. Do it with my brand. Do it with whatever one you want. But you need them in your life because they are an absolute game changer as far as it tastes good. It gives you the Ooh, we got martini glasses.
Yeah.
I also have that private.
You what?
I tried the original sample.
That's
I'm not
right.
sure- Yeah, so I haven't tried this yet.
Oh, okay. It came out like just as good. Like when we went down there, we had like a bottle that was like one of one, like the chemist like created.
Yeah.
It. This thing doesn't pop off. And it came out like perfect, you know. And I was worried about it like mass produced, like maybe it'll be different. And nope, it worked to perfection. So shake it up right, pour it out right. Ooh. Oh no!
No.
Very foamy though.
Very
The shaker's kind of fucked.
Yeah, the top doesn't come off. So, oh yeah. So it's got that.
It's
nice
so like
foam.
aesthetically pleasing to do that.
Very, very organic and on brand to have that be a disaster.
Yeah.
You know?
Wait, genuinely so good.
Yeah.
I'm not like fucking.
I,
Oh my
again,
God.
I would not if I went down there with Pavs, and if it was not good, I was gonna be like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
I'm not. I didn't need to do this. I'm not putting my. Yes, that's the thing. Is like it's got the foam and the cream, and it's like thick, and it's like got the taste, but it's not
excellent.
too sweet.
That's
it's not
excellent.
too creamy, and I it varies from city to city, region to region, according to like prices and whatnot. But I believe the overall like sticker is $19.99 for a bottle.
Wait, oh yeah,
Which
that,
is
that's
fucking,
really fucking good.
insane.
One martini.
Wait,
Yeah. Usually
Why
it's
does-
$20 for a fucking martini, and now you get a bottle that serves anywhere. If you pour like a full ass martini, you probably get like 4 of them. If you do like a regular,
wait, why is it so creamy? Like, how did this?
dude, I'm telling you, every time I take a sip, I'm like so happy that it's like as good as it is.
I'm
because-
like genuinely very
and
surprised.
and listen, I really wish.
Really good.
It's like really good. Yeah.
I wish we didn't do some of the other drinks that we did. That like.
It's really good.
Yeah,
It's really good.
Because I've sat here before and we've sold other drinks where I've told you it's good, and it's like you can pick out the ones that I was really drinking and what it wasn't, And I almost wish I had saved all my bullets till now so that everybody really believes me. But I have a very high standard when it comes to espresso martinis. Would not have done it if this didn't taste right or had the right consistency, and they absolutely nailed it.
Oh, I can feel it going down.
Yeah.
You know what I
It tastes like,
mean?
like it tastes like real like cane sugar like.
It's got
with, like,
it all
like
actually
fresh.
is. I can't call it. It's like a coffee product. I can't like say it like legally. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's like got caffeine. It technically is. It doesn't come from like a gluten-free factory, but like it's gluten-free materials. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like it all like came together perfectly.
And you know what it also is? It's espresso martinis for dog people.
For dog-
We got to get ahead of that. It's for it's for cat people too. You said
It's
it's espresso martini for parents. Like it's a lot,
dude. It is. It's everything I wanted. I'm very, very pumped for it. So obviously the best way to drink it is the shaker, but I'm doing a video where if you've got a regular bottle, if you've got a couple solo cups, anything that you can just like shake it up and pour it out, whether you're in a dorm room, your apartment, at a party, it's gonna be in bars. It is gonna be
you
everywhere.
gotta have a video series like if there was a content creator back in the day who taught us how to make bongs out of stuff. You'd be like, this is how you make shaker.
That's
give me 2 espresso solo cups. Give me like what I can make you make a fucking shaker.
Anybody, if you can shake them up in bowls and buckets, whatever you want, we'll do. We're gonna do a whole bunch of stuff. I'm gonna have a best. Everybody already sends me pictures of their martinis, and we're gonna do a little contest. Best presentation of the bottle and your martini. You can win Midnight Bean for a year. We're going to be doing launch parties. I think every Tuesday I'm going to do a little happy hour live stream, little teeny Tuesday. Where
Oh, nice.
drink a martini with me, and I'll just do some content and talk with you. I'm going all out. I have
Teeny
never.
Tuesday. I like that.
Yeah, I haven't had like a real. Again, any of the other drinks we did were just kind of told to us to do it, and
But yeah, there's a huge difference between an advertisement, which is you're buying space on this podcast for me to say, hey, here's your product.
Right.
Versus something, I mean, you were heavily involved with this for 2 years?
Absolutely. Yeah, it was probably 2 years ago. We went down to Sazerac. We were down in Tennessee?
Louisville.
And went to their like factory.
How many times did you like? I think you only went there once, but like how often were you communicating with them?
There's a lot of communication, but they pretty much nailed like I was like no notes, 10 out of 10. Like there was not a moment of like, actually you got to change the color, you got to change the taste, you got to change the foam. We went back and forth a lot on the branding, we went back and forth a lot on the timing. The name thing was a big issue. There's a lot of like business stuff, but as far as the product itself, they smoked it. And the main thing is it's everywhere. So a lot of the other shit we've endorsed has been like, a lot of our fans were like, we'd love to try it. We can't get it.
Oh, so
this is in it will roll out, but once it's out, this is going to be in like every liquor store, every grocery store, every bar. Like it is a major distribution. They've done collabs with like other. Chris Stapleton is under their brand, and they've had a couple like really hot selling new liquors over the last few years, and they were like, we are as gassed up for this as any of them. Yeah, I would love to say it's because of me, but I also just think it's the espresso martini right now is the drink. I would put my money down that they have created the best one. There's a couple other like competitors that, like I said, are in a can or 6-pack or this or that. None of them are quite like this. This gives me, God willing, Pink Whitney vibes of like it comes in a bottle like that. It's affordable. When I first set out to do this, I was like, this is going to be a higher end thing. And that's what espresso martinis are. Yeah. And I was like, this bottle is going to be like $89.99. You're going to get like 5 martinis in it. It's going to be like $100. And the people are going to complain. And it's just going to be a more high end product. And so, I just was resigned to that. And then when we went there, I'm tasting it. I'm sipping. Actually, the first thing I did, they shook it up for me. I didn't touch it. I just let it sit for like a 40-minute presentation, and it held the foam the whole time. And I was like, wow, that's the real deal. And then after drinking it, like the look was right, the taste was right, the feel was right. And I was like, what's the damage on this one? And they said $19.99, and I almost fell off my fucking chair.
That's crazy.
I feel like 20-something-year-old girls are going to love it. Because whenever like I have friends over, I want to like have a nice cocktail, but I don't feel like getting all the ingredient. Like this is just one.
And it's also like,
you get it,
you know,
nice. You can eat on the podcast, just so you know. Like,
what do you mean?
You're like, hi.
Yeah, you're being so weird.
I'm
about
just doing it when you guys are when someone else is talking. I take a quick bite. I'm done now. By the way, I'm done now.
Like weird. It's like weird. And I'm gonna put the camera to you every single time. So it's like showing you, like,
there's honestly 1 or 2 times where like I make eye contact with the camera. It's gonna be creepy for the viewer and for you. Jackie's gonna be here. Jackie stays till like 2 a.m. editing.
She's the last one here. She is the last one here.
I want to go over. I said that because like I've said before I'm a slow editor. So my point was like nobody should be here as late as I am, because I'm a slow editor. But Vinny's like that was my point.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Continue.
What was I saying? So, then they said $19.99. I was like, oh my god. I think it's also like. It's why I love the espresso martini. It's like if you're having people over and you want to have like a nice cocktail, it's like, are you really whipping up just like a cup of vodka with some vermouth and some olives and some things that is classy and it would be nice, but like, and if you do that, God bless you, but also it's not really the vibe in the moment for the pregame, just hanging out. But you don't want to just have like a beer or a seltzer or something. Now you have it's elevated, but you know, I mean, just to me, the ability to have these at home is unbelievable. I mean, life-changing.
It was literally like I think we filmed a commercial for a similar product, like the product that didn't exist, but they were potentially making it, and they were like, "What would a commercial look like?" And that was like 5 years ago, probably.
Yeah, at least, yeah. That was the mixer, right?
We were like, if this happens, it's a dream. Not just like for like in advertising,
for the world.
Like, exactly. It was just like if they make an espresso martini in a bottle or a can, like, we couldn't fathom the idea.
It's almost like weed being legalized for people to smoke, where it's like, oh, I can just get it anywhere now. I don't have to worry. I don't have to stress. That's what honestly getting an espresso martini back then was like hitting up your guy.
Yeah.
You're like, I gotta meet you here. I gotta pay this much. But this is the only option. And now it's like you can just shake them up at home. And enjoy it. It is I think it's going to absolutely rip, and I'm very pumped for it. I think the commercial we shot was great.
And it's available everywhere. You said earlier it's going to be available everywhere. It's going to roll out. But like, is it available a lot of places right now?
I don't know yet. I'm not sure.
No.
That part, I still don't quite know, where and how, because every state's different with legalization and distribution and all that. All I do know is they were like, we're putting a full like coast to coast distribution behind this.
Fuck yes.
Which is
that's
90% of the battle we learned.
So like, remember, like they were
Every
again,
time
different
but
brands.
we're trying.
Like we were only in like one state, and it's like.
And
I
then
don't think we have any listeners in that state, dude. Why are we working together?
And then we would go, and it would be like in the bottom shelf at the back corner.
Yeah.
And like, I think this is going to be. Hopefully, I think we're doing some like billboard, like cardboard cutouts of me at a liquor store. I hope. I don't know. They talk about how shelf spaces. We were talking about with Nimesh, right?
Yeah.
And how that's so important. Like, I don't know where we're going to be on that front, but I think whether you know me and the Three Bean Gang and Barstool or not, when you see this. I think it's going to be popular, and I hope we get that shelf space, because whether you're like pre-gaming, I think bars are going to serve it, bottle service is going to have it, college kids trying to feel fancy. I mean, it is.
I also feel like just to bring over to it, like a lot of times when I go over to my friends' apartments for like pre-games, I want to bring something, but like I know that we probably won't even get to like drink the full thing, so I don't actually want to spend that much money.
Yeah, it's like, don't get a bottle of wine.
Yeah, don't get
Get
and
some
also
midnight
like a
bean.
bottle of wine. Like I don't know if they want white or red or whatever. This is like everyone can get on board with
And
this.
everybody likes it now. I mean, the amount of people who, when we did the Barstool cocktail book, that was also probably like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And that was my drink back then.
Yeah.
When we did the BuzzFeed list, which Barstool blogger are you? They asked, what's your favorite drink? I said espresso martini.
Yeah.
That was back, like I said that, and I think Keith was running it. Whoever was running was like, I don't even know what the fuck that is. So it's been my jam for a long time now, and with Bert coming on the show, we had to give him the first taste. And then so tomorrow, if you're listening to this on release day on Thursday, tomorrow will be the big unveiling. If you've been following on social media, I've been doing little vague teasers building up to it. And we'll be doing the party. And when are we doing the party? Any movement on that?
They said in sometime during April, in the middle of April or whatever.
We're getting there.
They talked to the seller already.
Okay.
even though-
So
which
we'll
I
have a
to
launch
run.
party.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a bunch of contests. Right now, I think we have at 3 Bean Gang on social media, and there'll probably be an at Midnight Beans. You can follow the brand. 3 Bean Gang is going to be just for martini, espresso martini, culture in general. And so, yeah, this is a big one. I'm very pumped for this one. It came out really good. Shout out to the.
Came out really fucking
Yeah.
good.
No, I'm
It's
actually-
like when you have like a good whiskey or like just any good drink and you feel it run the maze.
Yeah.
And I could just
Coating
like,
your chest.
I could like taste it and feel it like all the way down here. Like that's good stuff.
Yeah. And if you got a shaker, shake it up right. Do it the right way. I will say the first time I got it, I did not shake it. What you have to do is shake it enough, and you have to pour all the foam out. I only gave it a couple shakes, and then I just like poured it once, and I was like, this is not foaming, and I got worried. I was like, maybe that one bottle was, the one of one, and then when we made millions of them, they, it lost that consistency, and I felt like an idiot because they were like, did you shake it? And I was like, yes, I know how to shake it. And then like we did a video, like we Zoom, and like he shook it and it poured out right, and I was like, I don't know how to shake. So you do have to do it like the right way, meaning just long enough and really
Do it
pour
for the
that
full
foam out.
chorus of Shake It Off.
Ooh, I like that.
That's good.
I like that.
Or espresso.
Espresso, it's a good one too. Yeah, make sure you shake it up good. Whether you got a shaker, some cups, I think I'm gonna shake it up in a Ziploc bag. Anything you can just give it a good shake, and it'll pour out. It'll pour out right, and then get your beans, either your 3 beans or no beans. Those are the rules. Health, wealth, and happiness, baby. So, yeah, it's cool.
Very cool.
I'm pumped.
I'm
I'm just
like-
praying. Now, been very blessed and very very successful so far for sure. No complaints there. But there is part of me that's like, I would just love to have something rip. One thing that is undeniable, right to the top, like. Like a Pink Whitney or any of these other drinks that just fucking become, the people who don't even know. They just like Pink Whitney. It's not even a Barstool thing. It's not even a Chiclets thing. Like, I don't care if you know me or drink it from me. I want you to just drink this. And it would be very cool to have it be one of those, like, this is the fastest selling liquor of 2025. And
Well,
I
if
don't
you want
know.
to be like Pink Whitney, what we gotta do is we just gotta get our Reagan on. Just drop this in the inner cities, baby.
I saw you getting ready to say it.
Yeah, man. I think it's got the and the commercial we shot was very fun. It was so the concept was to show that it's classy, but you can drink it at home. And so the idea was John's a bartender in a tuxedo, and I look like a customer in a tuxedo, and then when you zoom out, I'm in my pajama pants. And John was in a black tuxedo, I was in a white tuxedo. And that was the idea, to just make it like differentiate a little bit, make it pop a little bit. And I was taking pictures in the white tuxedo and shaking it in the white tuxedo, and then we do the first take of the actual commercial. And I walk with a full martini and sit down and spill it all over my white tuxedo. Like, down the whole thing. And it was like, well, we can't use that for any of these takes again.
What was particularly funny about that was the night before, Pavs had texted us, what do you guys want for lunch during like the shoot? And I said, let's not avoid Italian so I don't spill on myself.
You did
because
say
I'm
that.
a baby.
And
And like it was in the first 30 seconds of shooting.
It was, and I think Pavs didn't realize how bad it was at first. He was like, "Ooh, well, that's okay," and I was like, "No, it's not." No, it's not. I was like, it was brown on
And
white.
Lounge and Luxury is great. That was you, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't come up with that.
Dude,
Lounge and Luxury is.
Paz like showed me the video, and then I was like, "Oh, Lounge and Luxury, I like that." And he's like, "No, I just put that there for filler." And I was like, "Well, it's really good."
That's the one, dude. I was like, "Fuck, I want to like redo the branding. Now. I want to put that on the bottle." Lounge and Luxury is awesome, dude. We got new merch too. You can see the hoodie in the background there. I love these hoodies. The owl logo, I think, also has potential to just be like, you don't know it's a drink, you don't know what it is. It's just it's like the polo horse. Like it's just like owls. I think are very cool. So there's a 2-pack of hoodies, one brown, one like a tan color for the drink, and I have 2 pairs of Wallabies coming out with Thursday boots that are black and tan to match the drink as well. So we have merch, hoodies, boots, drinks. We have packs going out, and I'm sure there'll be all sorts of contests. And hopefully, if this thing really takes off, we can do other types of merchandise and cool stuff to go along with it. So 15 years of like unintentionally planning. Like I never had a notion to do this because I didn't think it was possible at first, and then B, like actually I brought it to multiple people that we've worked with over the years, and they were just like, "No, we don't think it's gonna work." And I was like, "Are you sure?" Because it's like the most popular drink in the world, and it always just got like pushed aside. So I'm hoping to prove some people wrong and prove me right on this one and let it rip. So
I think having tasted it, seen it, I think you're all right.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
one of those
also like
things-
20 times more excited now that I've tasted it. Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
it's
you
really,
don't have to, like,
really,
fake it or anything
No,
like that.
I like was kind of scared to taste it. I'm like genuinely like.
Yeah, it's
surprised.
something that I like. You'd actually drink. It's so it's like we have our 5 must watches for the year.
Yeah.
I wish there was like an agreed upon rule that you have like 1 or 2 cosigns. This is a really tasty thing.
Yeah.
So I fucking mean it. This is not just advertising. This is not just to make money. I would be doing this. Even if I wasn't associated with it, if somebody gave me this, I'd be like, that is a great pre-made espresso martini. So. And ask. I think we can get it in like any bars. So if you're a bar owner, distributor, own a store, whatever, and you want to get in on it, reach out to me. We can set it all up. I'm trying to get it into City Field.
Oh.
I don't know if I'm going to be successful, but I heard that through the grapevine of a buddy who has a friend who works at Yankee Stadium. And I don't know how true this is or whatever. They sold like 5,000 espresso martinis over the weekend.
Really?
And I was like, that sounds like a good.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea. I mean, again, I think it's crazy. You go to a baseball game, you get a beer and a dog.
Yeah.
But now people get espresso martinis and sushi.
Sushi,
It
yeah.
is what it is, bro. It's not for me, but if I could get an audience of like 50,000 people a weekend, a night on the weekend, we'd do that. So, we're gonna do some fun stuff with it. Follow along on social media. I think it's 3Bean Gang _. I think we had to do that. Let me get that exactly, because a lot of the information will be on that, and of course just 3Bean Gang, and KFC Barstool will have all the information you need, and go out there, support the cause, drink it up, enjoy yourself, shake it up, foam it up, and send your best pictures. Tag at 3BeanGang, at Midnight Bean, and me, and we'll start getting that contest going. Whoever has the best presentation. We're gonna do a 3-bean scale.
You think anybody will try like twerking with it?
I hope so.
I
That was
cannot
Jackie's
twerk, so
idea,
I was gonna say, Jackie twerking video coming soon.
if I could twerk, I would, but like I can't. So unfortunately, I'll leave
No,
it to
You
yeah,
ever tried
you.
to twerk in the shower and accidentally have it work? No, no one else, huh? You ever been in the shower trying to make a clap?
Bro, I need a drink.
You never been in the shower trying to make a clap, dude? Come on, really? Yeah.
What exactly is your tactic? How do you make it clap?
I just fucking jump up and down in the shower.
What?
And you get the cheeks clapping? You have no ass.
No, first of all, I do have ass.
You have no ass.
I have ass now. You want to feel my ass? I got ass, dog. Wait.
Like, get this wallet out. Get the wallet out.
It's hard. It's gonna be hard in these pants.
He's got some cheeks. But you have like a
Wait, you have to do that again. Nah, you're fine.
Oh,
Sometimes I'll be in the shower and
trying to make a clap.
and I'll try and make a clap. So you kind of go like this, right? And I'm kind of just like I'll go like this.
Oh, I actually did.
Yeah, all right. You know what I'm talking about. And
I've tried it before.
well, it's very different. Girls, for
Yeah,
sure.
well, you have to
gotta
try at
try to
some point.
learn.
You
Like
have
if
to
you
try.
do it, you got to do it, right?
yeah, I do it.
Guys is a little bit different, but you know.
I'll be standing there and I'll be fucking trying to make it clap like that. And very rarely, but occasionally, what'll happen is my nuts will slap.
Oh, God.
And that will be loud, and I'll be like, oh, I got it.
That's a thunderclap. That's what we call in the industry a thunderclap.
So you're trying to pretend you haven't done it, you've done it.
I've tried to thunderclap. Have you ever just like door knockered it? Like you just kind of pick them up and drop them?
Pick them up and drop them.
Like you thunderclap them, but like I'm just like sitting down or something. You just kind of like swing on the back door.
I'll do
Like you
this.
just kind of
or
clap.
kinda just like-
Yeah, well, it's essentially that. But imagine you're just sitting there, you just pick them up and drop them, and they just kind of swing like a door knocker. And it's just like
One of those where it's like,
the tits of the cock, baby. They're fun.
you missed that line. Balls are the boobs of the penis.
oh, when did you say that?
Just now when you
The,
skipped our
that
interview.
last interview you missed.
Oh,
the balls are the boobs of the penis.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like they're not really functional. It's not really useful, but like they're fun to
fun.
bounce around a little bit.
I had a dream the other night that I was like I don't know why I was staring at a penis for some reason, but there was a tattoo of like basketballs
On
the
the balls?
balls, and then like the
bad
shaft
tat.
was like a net, and I woke up just being like, that was there was no plot to the dream. It was just that.
Jackie just
Mad at yourself for
dreaming
your dream.
about ball and dick, dude. I'm about that life. Just two things.
But then I kind of was like, I feel like that's onto something. Like somebody should get that tattoo. It made more sense in my dream. Like
Like a
remember being
like a
I
backboard
mean,
around
you're
your.
hanging upside down
Yeah, you.
because
Yeah.
the net has to be the ball got to
yeah,
go to the net.
yeah. It didn't make like that much sense in my dream, but
That would be kind of funny though if it's
What you need is the tip needs to be the ball, and you got to put a net and backboard up on like your stomach.
But the
and then
whole-
when you lay down,
Yeah.
the tip goes to the.
okay. I had it.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
You get it. Like your belly button needs to be like the hoop, basically.
It's like
And
the
then-
ultimate thunderclap.
That's a thunderclap. That's a thunderclap. That's so fucking funny.
Thunderclap. You didn't say thunderclap.
Dude, I don't even want to think about the noise of you
It
being
is.
wet in the shower, thunderclapping yourself.
When it happens, it is like fucking Zeus himself. It's like kaboom.
Hence the thunder. Dude, I was watching American Temptation Island, and you know you can tell they're trying to have their like Montoya moment. They can't show people getting like clapped in America, but they did. This guy was having a threesome, and it said the subtitle said rhythmic wet slapping. He was having a threesome in the shower.
Pop that on a subtitle sweatshirt.
It was actually great. This guy was like, I'm in love with my girl, She's amazing. I want to be monogamous, but I just love threesomes. I just need threesomes in my life. And then these 2 girls, who I think are like the girls they introduced, who are like, I'm just here to home wreck. They were like, let's go. And like you see them go into the room together, and she's like, so let's do this. And she was like, so what do we do? And he was like, let's start slow. I like to watch first. And I was like, this motherfucker's never had a threesome.
But guess what? You know what he's got? Foresight.
Yeah. No threesome before
like, I'll just be the fucking threesome guy on Temptation Island. I'll just tell everyone I'm like an expert.
Smart man. And then it ended up working out because there was rhythmic wet slapping.
Like, I mean, that's how every guy is with sex. You're just like,
pretend you know how to do it.
Fucking love pussy. Girl, you want some? I'm like, ugh, I don't know what to do with that. The fuck am I supposed to do with it?
I don't think you girls really appreciate how hard it is to be good at sex.
Wait, I also feel like on the last episode when I said I was like talking to a guy a weekend, I'm not going home with a guy, by the way. There was one single comment that was like, this whore.
See, but no, if anything, Jack, no one had that impression except for that one person. You've been thinking about it for a week.
Also, this guy
now.
fucking he comments. He just like
he's a hater.
He's
like a woman hater.
He's just like
he's
it's the same one. It makes me feel better. It's the same one every
hater.
time.
Woman hater.
Guys, I actually like, and now I'm hyper aware of it. I'm so sorry. It's so fucking annoying.
So crazy.
It's so crazy. I still don't really know how to say. I'm still a little confused by it.
How do you? So I know it's one of the things you can't like say when you're thinking about it, but
women.
That sounds fine to me.
Women. Cool. Done.
But like girls, like you can be good at certain things, but overall you just have to like kind of act like slutty and just let stuff happen to you.
Yeah.
Where guys have to like do stuff.
Yeah.
And last and be good. You know what I mean? You can just be like, you're allowed to do it this way. You're allowed to put it there. I'll make some noise. I'll like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you guys don't like have to be like a porn star like on it either.
It feels like we have to.
See, when I'm thunderclapping on it, it's fucking porn star shit.
Bro, I need John needs to have an OnlyFans page called Thunderclap. And it's just him clapping his balls.
It's not even. There's not even me in it. It's just you can hear. You can just hear a running shower in the background, and then occasionally the screen shatters.
The camera shakes. Richter scale.
You see lights coming through.
One of my favorite like parts on KFC Radio was you drawing like what you see in the shower, the shadow of yourself. It's so funny, but so yeah.
It's so I know exactly. Yeah. And guess what? It's starting to be summer, so I'm starting to get some having to fucking deal with shades when I'm showering.
What is it? You're just like
the sun comes in so perfectly, and like it goes through the glass and the glass of the shower, and it just casts this shadow onto the wall, and it's not appetizing.
Like you drew it one time.
It's just like this fucking. It's this weird belly with no ass and the.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. You have no ass. Are you growing ass?
I'm growing ass
because I
got ass.
Bro.
Even in these jeans,
notoriously, you wear small underwear.
Oh yes, no. I'm saying, but that's in like it's been a couple of years, but
right.
the ass is recent.
Ass.
Yeah,
I am double cheeked.
I get my ass grabbed a lot now.
I get treated like a woman. Yeah, I have ass. It's kind of it's borderline embarrassing.
I got fucking construction workers always yelling at me.
I'll get assaulted with my ass. I get assaulted in my ass. I'm cheeked up.
Wait. Oh fuck.
Was this when you were working for us or no?
Yeah.
See, this is so funny, dude. There's so many funny moments that we gotta like get back out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's so fucking funny. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember.
I couldn't see it, but you looking at you're holding it up. It's just ridiculous.
It's just this disgusting shadow, and that's how I start my day every day. Is looking at that.
Just looking awful.
like the very first thing I do is get in the shower and just see this pig that I am.
Whether you're warming up on the range or sinking putts on the green or just kicking back at the clubhouse, the new HeyDude, Wendy, and Wally golf styles have got you covered.
Hey, dude.
No, remember that?
I was getting my fucking song this episode, dude.
No, you got to do. Remember the Nickelodeon show? Hey, dude.
I don't remember. I remember it, but I don't remember that.
Oh, hey, dude. Melanie was so hot. It was Ben Stiller's wife. Melanie was the girl in that.
yeah.
They were like camp counselors on a dude ranch.
Yeah.
So weird premise when I look back on it. Wendy and Wally, I would imagine, is like a little him and her, men's and women's style. And they got you covered. They have these shoes have the grippy, lugged rubber outsole, golf-inspired features, and HeyDude's signature lightweight comfort. Those shoes they weigh 0.
Yeah, you can throw him at Pavs' head and he doesn't even get hurt. I was gonna say he doesn't move. He does move when you throw it.
but if it hit him, it wouldn't hurt him. When we abuse these guys,
he tries to get out of the way. He'll try.
These shoes bring effortless style to every swing. So HeyDude Golf Styles drop exclusively on HeyDude.com in May, and you can sign up right now to be the first to know when you go to HeyDude.com/golf. Get your HeyDude, throw him at Pavs. He'll dodge him. He'll move. He will try.
Yeah, if you focus, you can hit him still.
HeyDude.com/golf.
We have to do a make good for them.
I don't want to. We're having a very fun episode, but there was one thing I wanted. Did anybody see that video of the girl who went like mega viral? She got like 50 million views overnight on Twitter, talking about her love language is not having to ask.
What?
Anybody see that? No, probably not. You guys have like cool internet. I have lame internet.
What is
It's a girl. She's saying her love language is not having to like give instructions to her husband and not having to like ask her husband to do things, which is a pretty standard thing, you know. And she said it like almost ruined her marriage, and that she was the one working with the kid. She was doing all the work at home. Did everything with the kids. She had like 4 kids under like 5, and how the husband like not doing his share of the work almost like ruined their relationship. And then she told a story, like her example was he said like, okay, what do you need me to do? And she was like, if you could make sure the dishes are always done and make sure the garbage is out, that would help a lot. And he was like, all right, cool, fine. And then the story was, she came down one stairs one day and the garbage had not been taken out. And she texted him like, what the fuck happened? And he was like, I was late for work. I'm sorry. What?
Can I see? Just try unscrewing this.
Can you do it? Because it's
guess.
mine from home and I couldn't do it. I don't know what happened. Did you get it?
No, but I saw
It's
you
crazy,
unscrew
right?
it on the last episode.
I know, and now
I
jammed it up.
That's fine.
Jammed up.
And she was like, I ended up being late for work because I had to take the garbage out, and it's just, you know, it just became this big debate online. And I was I gotta spread it out a lot more. I don't want to do the same thing I did last time. Yeah, getting a couple ice cubes in there because it's not shaking properly.
That is thick.
That's thick like my ass.
was
That's thick like Feitelberg's cheeks in the shower.
I'd go so far as to describe this espresso martini as girthy.
I love it, bro. I fucking love it.
I'm so impressed every time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like interactive too.
I'll take
Yeah. By the way, if there's anybody out there who can really froth it up,
fucking good.
and if you can do any of those, like, you know, when they like draw like a leaf on your Starbucks, you know, if you can do that with this, draw like a little 3 or something, please do so and put it out there because it's good for branding.
I think it's does anyone have a pen? You have a pen up there, marker, anything?
I threw my pen when you started talking about clapping.
That's the response we want.
Why? What are you?
Never mind. It's not important. I was just gonna draw what I think I would do. Oh,
Terrible throw.
That was kind of
You're
like
gonna draw
fucking
what you would do for what?
like with
How
in
you
the
would
foam.
shake it. Oh, yeah. You were talking about like you had like a logo in mind.
I
almost,
think-
right?
I think you
like the
do-
agave leaves.
If you did like this in the foam, right? Here's your cup, your cuppa, and then as the foam's coming in, you just go.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like 3 beans sitting up there, almost like
Yeah.
Camera?
No, we're not showing the camera.
Oh.
We're gonna do it. Like, this
Oh.
is just for you guys.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna froth it. I think there's also I have like a little cocktail kit at home, and it has this little like liquid that is like makes anything extra frothy. It's like you don't need to put an egg white in. Like this does it for you. So maybe I'll put that in there.
You know what's funny? You saying the egg whites is I when we were talking earlier about like being mixologist and all that stuff, and I went through a little phase of that. You know, when people were doing the sourdough bread. I was becoming a mixologist during the pandemic, and I was whipping up a lot of egg beaters.
Really?
I was doing all my drinks were
with the eggs,
like gin fizzes and stuff like that, and that was quite delicious.
Yeah, get creative with it, dude.
Not even necessary. Yeah.
You don't even need to. But I'm saying if you wanted to, or use that those like little frothing wand.
Yeah. Maybe like if you have a little stencil, you could do cinnamon.
Yeah. Right. Get cute with it. Get cute with it.
Get cute with it.
Anyway, but I was just this woman. I was just saying like. I just had to represent for the men one time because obviously, yes, you need to do your fair share of work. Everything should be split, and it can be a drag on a marriage when it feels like it's not. But I would like. I think sometimes guys will run into situations where it's like, I want to help, but like, it has to be done your way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if it's not done your way, then like you're mad at it. So then guys will often be like, all right, I'm just going to like let her do it or be told how to do it because when I do things, it's not good enough or not done the right way or not done in the time frame you want it to be done and all that sort of shit. Like, like that guy would have come home and thrown the garbage out. And I understand that you wanted the garbage to be taken out then and there, but some shit happened and it didn't work out. You were late to work because you were like, the garbage has to be thrown out right now. It's like, just go to fucking work.
Yeah.
And the guy will come home and take the garbage out then. And is it great that there was some garbage in the kitchen for the day? No. But I think that's probably better than you being late to work and now us being in a colossal fight over this.
Yeah.
It's like, there's a lot of times I just feel like it's like, I'll do it, but I have my schedule or my way of doing things. And if it doesn't coincide with what you want, now I'm like, I'm wrong or doing it bad or whatever. Where it's just like, I don't know. I feel like I would never, like if it was your job. I've been in situations where like, this is technically like supposed to be your job to do this, right? And if it doesn't get done, like, I don't know. I'll order the groceries. I'll get the groceries. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just feel like a lot of times guys will just not call somebody out on it and the grace is not extended the other way. I understand there are definitely guys who just don't do a fucking thing and all that, but I think sometimes it's like you can't be super. She mentioned like I pack the kids' bags, I do the dishes, and it's like I feel like a lot of times it's like it has to be done this way, and this way, and when you don't do it that way, then it's a problem. It's like, well, either let me help, and it might not be perfect or the way you like it. Or you got to do it. You know what I mean? You can't really have it both ways. I mean, this shit went, I think it was like up for a day and got 50 million views. It was like a hot button issue on my Twitter. Yeah. Cause it was,
I gotta be honest. That was actually the perfect example of why I can't watch videos. Cause I didn't know what you were saying. There was too much happening at one time.
It's like I probably didn't do a good job.
No. I mean,
either,
like you were shaking. Like I actually, as it was happening, I was just like, ding, 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 ding. And I don't think I have. And I've been thinking about it now. I don't think it's. I don't think that's ADD. That was the one getting my attention because that demands more attention.
Sure. I mean, if someone's trying to tell you a story and they're like,
like my attention was focused, but it was focused on the wrong thing. But it was the thing that was causing the most commotion.
But you know what? That's also a good example of it. It's like I think when girls are telling their guy what to do, how to do it, when to do it, they're probably like listening to the noise in the background. It's like, we're dumb, we're dopey. You gotta work with us a little bit.
Do you feel that happen to you a lot? Like I feel it happen to me all the time. Where I'm like,
I'm not paying attention.
Because where I'm like, dude, just pay fucking attention.
Yes.
And I'm just like, don't. And not only do I not pay attention, I keep fighting with myself in my head going, pay attention. But dude, the thing's bouncing around. I'm like, I know, but don't listen to that.
But that's also part of it is like, so when your man, I forget things all the time. All the time. A girl can tell me a million times to do something, and I'm not actively dismissing you. I'm like, okay, I will do that. And then I don't do it.
Yeah.
I forget. Not a good trait to have. Can definitely be annoying if you're like in a relationship and it happens over and over again. I get that. But it's not coming from a place of like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not doing it on purpose to piss you off. I forgot.
Yeah.
And I understand that can be like a problem, but also it's like, I think it's probably worse for our relationship that we're like fighting over this rather than because you think that I'm like ignoring you when it's just like I forgot again for the 4 billionth time.
That's
I'm sorry.
what I was gonna say. Is it gets to a point where it's like, well, now you're intentionally forgetting.
But I mean, yeah. At some point you just have to be an adult and like handle your shit. But it's like I don't know. I got a lot of shit going on, and something always seems to slip through the cracks for me. It's like it's like I'm Homer Simpson. And my brain can only hold so much.
Yeah.
You know, when he's like, remember that time I learned how to make wine and I forgot how to drive? Like, if I'm on point at work and I'm handling shit with the kids, like something at home slips up. And if the home is good and the kids are good, I forgot something at work. And there's just like too much going on.
I think
something
that's
always
fair.
slips by.
I'm not talking about you, but I think that's fair to eventually be like, well, then one of those things have to go.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's not.
Yeah.
If you're in a relationship, like I think it's fair to be like, you have to stop forgetting and then
But let me
going,
ask
well, I
you this.
can't. I got this.
Have you ever, like, I just don't, and I don't know if this is a man-woman thing or a me thing. Like, I just don't ever tell anybody, like, what they should be doing.
No.
Ever. Like, if I were like, hey, can you go get groceries today, and you didn't do it, and I got home and they weren't there, I would be like, I don't know, she didn't get the groceries. I just would never be like, why the fuck didn't you get the, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I just wouldn't do that to anybody. Relationship, coworker, friend. I mean, I'm just a non-confrontational, passive-aggressive, don't confront my feelings idiot. So maybe it is just a me thing, but I just think a lot of conflict grows in relationships from that sort of shit. And I think that might be worse sometimes in the long run than just like, you know, the thing that you're arguing about comes second to like you're arguing all the time. And that becomes, now I feel like I'm getting nagged, or now we're fighting, and that shit is almost worse for a relationship than the chores itself or whatever, you know?
Yeah. I will say, like, a lot of my TikTok is kind of like what you're saying, like, but from the opposite perspective, or just saying, like, women, like, I think a lot of times when they have kids, it's just like,
that was that.
shit,
That was,
fuck, fuck. Okay,
I'm glad I finally experienced it.
Yeah. Women.
Yeah.
Okay, women. Oh my god, I don't know why I can't do it.
You know what you should do?
I also can't Chipotle and Chipotle. I can't.
That's
can never
a classic, yeah.
remember. Okay, yeah,
It's
right.
Chipotle.
It's Chipotle.
But people do Chipotle.
Tay.
Yeah.
But by the way, just say fuck it. I say woman. Just do it. That's your thing. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, but like, I shouldn't. Somebody commented. They were like, "I love Jackie, but it is a sign of low intelligence. But I know that you're smart." But I was like, but then why even comment that? Like,
That was tough to drop it's a sign of low intelligence.
Yeah. It's like.
No, but
you didn't even get it. You didn't even get it.
You said low intelligent, not intelligent.
Oh, yeah.
Which is that's a sign of low intelligence.
I said intelligence.
No, you said it's a sign of low intelligence.
Okay.
Look, you could have said what you said. The microphone will hear it. What it did, it over here on this side of the room. It did not sound like that.
And I also never claimed to have high intelligence. That
is true. And everyone calls us dumb. Like, did I say I was
I
smart?
never fucking
Are you
said it.
are you tuning into the Genius podcast?
Yeah.
Fuck you. I think you might be reading too many comments.
I am.
What do you think?
For
Yeah.
sure.
I
Well,
feel
it's
like you-
honestly.
But I know you read them, so it's
yeah,
like,
and
And
I know,
I-
and everybody does. I'm not, I'm not throwing stones here, but I just want you to be aware that, like, fuck.
But
all
that-
this.
that
Fuck
was
this.
It's only
concerning.
that one guy. Which do I have permission to block him on the account?
Yes!
Oh, thank God.
No, you need every single follower.
I know.
Of course you can block
But if
them.
like honestly, guys, like I try not to step in very often, but like if you're spending a week thinking that people are thinking one thing because of one comment,
Yeah.
you have to
I
stop reading the
I
comments.
feel like
Yeah.
I only call the bad comments. I'm like so grateful. Most of them are so nice.
Of course,
to me.
but that's always the way, is you focus on the negative and kind of
Yeah.
take the good for
Yeah.
granted, and that's not a good thing. We try to focus on the opposite, but that's just how it goes. And everybody reads comments, and people who said they don't, except for John. He's like the only one. But I just want you to know that, you know, you don't have to, and you shouldn't.
Okay,
And don't let it
thanks.
bother you.
And you fucking Horizons, whatever your motherfucking bitch ass name is, you're getting blocked.
You're gone, bitch. You're gone.
Bitch, out of here. Yeah.
Start blocking more people.
I'll
Block
give him
anyone.
this.
Block them all. Block everybody. I want all. There's like 250,000 followers. Block all. of them.
Yeah.
But what were women saying on TikTok?
Okay. Just to defend women a little bit, like,
Who's
but
been
I also-
attacking women?
Yeah, I'm not. I
No,
mean,
no,
I'm
no,
sure
no,
people are going to take
no,
that as
no.
like anti-women, but
I
I'm
don't think that I was actually gonna say what you said is very interesting, because I feel like I get fed a very it makes me definitely sad, and like not just because I hear it a lot where like women when they have kids, like they just end up doing so much of the work, but a lot of it is communication, and a lot of it is like wanting it done the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like I do that because I'm always scared. I feel like people nag me all the time because I'm so like all over the place. I'm always scared to nag people, and it leads to poor communication with me. So like I know I like already can tell it's going to be a problem with my future husband being like, I'm not going to want to ask him, and I'm just going to like get so frustrated. Like,
yeah. Well, this woman was saying, I don't want to have to ask. I just want it to be done, which is a classic thing. And I think everybody wants that. It's just like, but I again, you have to either marry someone who is like, you're aligned on that shit, or I'm a night person, so I'll do things at night, or I'm a morning, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, you can't delegate and then expect it to be done exactly your way, and if it's not, you get upset by that.
See, I think it's more like I'm kind of the opposite, where I'm like, train me. Like I'll do it your way, but you have to understand it's going to take me a little while to get used to it.
Yeah,
but tell me how to do it. Hold my fucking hand. I'll help you, and then hopefully I know after that. But like, you have to give me the grace of like, I don't know how to do this. If you want it done, I'll fucking do it.
Or I don't know how to do it your way. Or
I
whatever.
like being coached. Coach me up. But like, give me the grace in this time to
it's not going to
figure out how to
be immediate.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when people have different love languages. You can't expect the other person to show their love in the way that you need.
When
to
people say
receive.
what's my love language, I think it should always be what's your love language.
Yeah. Or how do you show it? How do you like?
Yeah, because it's like, I mean, the other person, you have to communicate both ways, but it should be more like you should be focusing on how you do what they want, not how you get what you want.
Yeah.
That's where I think there's a little bit. It's like, I just,
And
I think there's a lot of times guys can be dopey, guys can be forgetful, guys do not value same things that women do, and if you're gonna get like really upset by that, like you probably will end up like fighting a lot. Where it's like, I don't know. I think it goes back more to like I just would never. I would never call somebody out in a way that sometimes I think people get called out in relationships where it's like, well, now I feel like I'm attacked. Whether I'm right or wrong, now you're just attacking me. And I don't want to be in a relationship where I'm getting berated or nagged or whatever. Even if I'm dead wrong, it's like, but the way that you handled that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's also like if you say nothing, everything festers. So it's like you got to have a healthy balance.
I don't even know if I like had any kind of point or good point, but it's just definitely like something that I think about a lot and that I'm like scared for in the future.
I mean, I think it's like also I saw a guy who had his own thread in response to this, and he was like, she was like, we almost got divorced and we worked through it and we're good now. And he was like, no, you just don't have 4 infants anymore. Like your kids are older and life got easier. Like, and that's I think also an important part is like during that period of time that she's describing, they were married, they were been together for like 15 years and had 4 kids under 5. Like, shit's gonna suck, and you gotta like make it through that. And I think probably sometimes, and again, if it's every single time and there's a repeated pattern where it's like you're disregarding my feelings, all that is a problem. But it's probably better in some instances to be like, he'll take the garbage out later rather than like causing a fight right now because we're already drowning.
Yeah.
Even on a good day, shit is so fucking hard. So like, let some shit slide. But obviously, what this woman was describing was a much more like longer pattern of like, oh fuck. But
Kate just talked about this in TikTok, like her experiencing it. I don't.
wait, was that about the like hate, like how some moms make it look easy? That TikTok?
No, it was like
was another
after
way she
that.
did.
It honestly, I mean, like, she said it, so I don't think it needs to be taken out. But she was like kind of calling Pat out, just being like, a lot of the responsibility is falling on me, and it's like built up this resentment a little bit because he.
But everyone has their own situations, but it's like I would say 2 things. I think there's a lot of shit that guys might be doing that is not getting vocalized or whatever. They're taking on a lot of the burden. And I also think even if things are bad, in general, I think dads and husbands and shit right now are probably more active in those ways than ever. Mm-hmm. So not saying that it's good or we're equal at this point, but it's probably the best it's ever been right now in terms of that stuff. So at least it's trending in the right direction. But I'm sure case to case, person to person, it can be a very different story. But boy, it was a big fight on the internet. On like lame old person internet. It's like, can I get back to those like funny jokes on Black Twitter and porn stars, please? Instead of love language fights on the internet. God damn.
Dude, it is actually like funny, like seeing the internet. Like I go check at night. It is just because like we've been busy recently during the day, so I'm not spending as much time on Twitter as I usually do. With that separation, you like I kick on Twitter like 9 p.m. and it is legitimately it's just like the Don Glover meme.
I was just gonna
Where
say,
I'm like,
walking like,
what the fuck are we yelling about?
Yeah.
But it's crazy also just like I realized like what did I do? Maybe a couple days ago there was the like the White House official account tweeted out one of those AI things and it was like racist, but it wasn't. I don't remember exactly what it was. But it, like I caught on Twitter and like it was everywhere. And I was like, "Oh, if I just didn't do this, I would have no idea this happened."
Right, if you didn't even look
Like
at it.
this is not a thing.
Yeah. Also, it really is.
Like I was like, "Oh, we're all," and I instantly had like that activation mode of like, "All right, what do you think about that?" And I was like, "Oh, it's a picture. That doesn't affect anything at all."
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go back to bed.
Totally fake. Yeah. Also, we really have reached a point where everybody's internet is different. It's almost like going to a restaurant. Like, how was your steak?
Right.
Your
exactly.
steak's different from my steak. Like, we're at the same restaurant, but your experience. Oh, I hated that meal. Oh, mine was the best meal I've ever had. That is the internet now. It's like, how was your internet today? Undercooked, underwhelming. Dude, oh, mine was amazing.
The you saying about talking about restaurants just reminded me of this. I forget if I've said it on the show. It's my buddy told me a while ago. But I was talking about it recently.
Still holding the phone, by the way.
Still holding. Vince Vaughn smoking the cigarette. Still holding. Still holding. My buddy said that if he's not gonna have one of the best meals he's ever had in his life, he'd rather dinner be a fucking disaster. And I was like, you know what?
What, just have like a story or something?
Yeah. And I was like, you know what? You're 100% right. Like, dude, one of my favorite meals I've had in a long time. I don't think were you still there? I don't know if anyone was still there in Vegas before we went to SummerSlam. We had a lunch/dinner with like some Barstool people who like were like salespeople in LA, and it was no one's fault. You know,
I remember
of
you
the
telling
patrons.
me about this.
It
I wasn't there, but
the worst meal I've ever had in my entire, the most fun I've ever had. And like, I think that rule of like, if it's not gonna be a truly great meal, it doesn't have to be like a top 5. If it's not gonna be a truly great meal, it better be a fucking mess. Like, because there's something more interesting to talk about afterwards than like, how was your steak? Oh, it's pretty good. Like,
don't give me that. I got no podcast material from that, bro.
It had footprints in it because the chef was stepping on it.
Yeah, it was Mexican, right? And it was,
it was Mexican. Were you there?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah,
and we got like a bunch of pictures of margaritas, though. Awful margaritas.
I remember at dinner, at the meal, we were like, it was going so bad that we were convinced Erica had rented the restaurant and was pranking. We're like, she's going to pop out at some point and be like, what's up, guys? Because it was like we were going to the WWE thing, so we thought there was like some Erica connection. We're like, she's got to be here watching this.
A waiter's going to go through the table
The
or
waiter
something.
sat down at our table and just hung out with us.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Like, before he even took an order, just sat down. Like, what's up, guys? We're like, what is going on, dude? Can you get us some margaritas, please? It was crazy. It was crazy.
That's kind of how I feel about anything. Like I hope this TV show's either good or awful.
Yeah.
I hope this comedian is hilarious or bombs. Give me something to talk about. Well, speaking of something to talk about, Bert Kreischer on this show. I would argue, it's hard these days to have like a first time ever in podcasting history, but I think this might be the first time a podcast is exclusively about dead dogs. Martinis, unveiling a martini, and dead dogs.
Can we title this one just Dead Dogs?
I texted that to you. Yeah.
Oh wait, what? Okay, I forgot. Sorry, I gotta pee. No, I don't have to pee. That was weird.
That was maybe the most us thing ever.
That was so weird, dude. That was so weird. I honestly, I just checked my phone to see what time it is. I forgot we have a meeting at 3. I saw it was nowhere near 3 and just decided I have to pee.
That was so weird.
I've had to pee for like a half hour and that was bad. That was suspect. I'll give you that.
Looked at his phone, freaked out, said I have to pee, and then immediately said, he said I have to pee, I don't have to pee.
Bro,
like in one breath.
That was some American Psycho, like I have to return some video games.
Like, what was on that text message?
I was panicked. I was like, fuck, we missed the meeting.
Crying.
And then I saw it wasn't, so I like relaxed. And then I was like, well, you know what? Now's a good time for a pee break.
And then you like ratted yourself out, like, no, I don't have to pee. No, I don't know why I said that.
That was crazy.
That was like psycho behavior.
I don't know why I did that.
Truly,
it's just a call we have at 3 that like I don't know why I freaked out about it.
We have a call.
It's just like not even close to 3.
Yeah,
I know.
Way, you're fine.
I forget what you. Oh, you were talking about Bert's people, and I just like saw a call. And
it was like, the martini was shaking. Your brain was just, well, we're done anyway.
Okay,
let's get into it. Bert Kreischer, martinis, dead dogs. Let's go. All right, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Click that button.
Or I'll cut off my finger.